lady, how are we going to treat her?
Because, I mean, they must feel like they're in a minority. But how many properties have you got?
26, something around there. Struggle to keep track of them sometimes.
26?
So I said, they're all great. You haven't made any notes. He said, burn a lot.
Probably Pete's got them somewhere. He says he burnt them, but I don't think he did.
And I do think this is a gorgeous part of the world.
They usually use the road through wetland, don't they?
There is that, you know, innate northernness.
Simple as that. We love what we do and we do what we love.
I used to then pick a destination in Holland to go to and write at different places each time.
Well, I've put your name in the hat, right? And I know Shearer's coming to the end, and he's going to need a job somewhere down the line, so he's going to come knocking anyhow. So.
Well, I've had a word with Freddie already, and I've said, though, it's a deal breaker, only if I can be player manager.
I don't think anybody want to see us running around there.
Can you imagine?
If I got the chance, I'd
Can you imagine if we went out there?
Guy with the flares threw a flare to me and said, pass it on, do something, do something. One thing that I found frustrating about being an embed and about being so close to the front line all the time was that I saw, you know, horrible things, but I couldn't broadcast these horrible things. The fact of the matter is, war is just horrible. I mean, it's absolutely horrible.
Well, it's not very often that an extraordinary private antique collection remains undiscovered, but up until now, that's just been the case.
But 100 years later, this was one of the richest religious houses in the land. 400 Cistercian monks, 800 lay people. Its power was felt far and wide. But of course, Henry VIII put pay to all of that. Bad news for the monks, but good news for the wildlife.
These huge machines used to rip up the bogs to get at the peat. That has now stopped, and ironically, it's these very diggers that are now putting right the damage.
Now there's a whole new generation, and they're keeping Scarborough's mod tradition alive.
Now, Leeds likes to be known as one of the UK's most cosmopolitan cities, and every weekend it's a destination for clubbers from all over the country. Its nightlife is legendary, but we've been investigating allegations.
It's 7 in the morning, but listen to this.
Hello, I'm Chris Packham, and this is Nature's Calendar, your very own seasonal guide to the best wildlife locations all across the UK. This is whale watching, Western Isles of Scotland's styly, and just look at it. Sunshine, dramatic scenery, blue seas, and the potential to see 24 different types of whale and dolphin.
Welcome to Monte Carlo. We're here to try and give you downtrodden fans an alternative. Is it possible to travel to a beautiful city and take in a top European game for the same price as a seat at Ellen Road?
This place just oozes vast amounts of cash. Multi-million-pound yacht is as common as a Ford Focus. In fact, Monaco has more millionaires per head of population than anywhere else on the planet. They also happen to have one of Europe's great football teams.
The thing about heavy metal is that it's cool in the UK to take the mick out of it. It's an easy target. And it's a crying shame that Saxon won't get an invite to play Glastonbury. If they did, they could tear the place apart.
Look at this. Blacktoff Sands. You know, it's a tidal marsh. It's where the land and the sea merge together.
He hasn't been here for a very long time.
There's a low brick wall just over here, which is, I think, all that, yes it is, it's all that remains of the outside lavatories. They should put a plaque on it. This was essentially a one up, one down. There's one room here, and this doorway went straight into that room, then a flight of stone steps that led up to upstairs. I would spend a couple of hours at a time with my candle reading in that outside toilet. It was the best bit of privacy that you could find.
Calaverock is one of the best places to see hooper swans that arrive here every winter from Iceland. The birds can be seen really easily, especially when they fly in for the daily feeding sessions.
Oh, look at that. All those barnacle geese and now squadrons of hooper swans coming in. This is a terrific place. You've got to come and see it for yourself.
Joining me is a man who's not used to Premiership football, Leeds United fan Simon Hose. He couldn't afford his season ticket this year, so I'm going to treat him to a top European game and take in a little local culture. And this lucky fella is Monaco fan Ben Varley. He's agreed to show us how Monte Carlo does football. There might not be any chanting or hordes of fans sinking their own body weight in lager, but the people of Monaco love their football, so much so, over a third of the population turns out to watch every home game. Our pre-match build-up is suitably refined. We have 2 hours to kick off. Yep. Are you excited?
Yeah, really excited.
What about you?
Oh, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah,
I
me
like
too.
watching any football. It'll be interesting.
So this is where your flat is it?
Yeah, on the first floor.
Very nice.
Yeah, it was the show apartment when I bought it.
Leon Ogden saw the opportunity and grabbed it with both hands. At the tender age of 27, he now runs a huge property empire from his city centre pad in Leeds. Was it expensive?
About 198.